There's a story about an old man who was 88, 89 years old, and he had a girlfriend who was 21. And he bought her a new $200,000 Bentley. Her name was Mary, and he put the name on the side of the fender, and he wrote Mary, and he called her and he says, "Mary, why don't you come outside? I want to show you the beautiful Bentley that I bought for you." "Oh," she says, "it's beautiful." She says, "a beautiful color, tan. I really appreciate it. I love you." And he says, "I want to ask you a question. You love me?" She says, "I love you forever." Then he took Mary down to the boat basin on the Hudson River, and he had a big yacht. It had not two helicopters, but it had four helicopters on it, and it had 20 people in help. And he, from his new Bentley, he says, "Look through the binoculars and look up front on the boat and see the name of the boat." So she put the binoculars to her eyes, and there she saw the words Mary. She says, "Oh, what a wonderful gesture." And then he says, she says, "Oh, I love you so much." And he says, "After I ask you another question, you love me?" She says, "Oh, I love you forever." Then they went down to the Virgin Islands in the Caribbean, and he had a big, beautiful home. He had 20 people in help. He had parties and this and that. And then he said to her, when he went down there on the boat, he said, "I want to ask you the last question." He says, "I'm not going to bother you anymore with all this stuff. Would you love me forever?" She said, "I would love you forever." He says, "But," he says, "I want to ask you, if I lost all my money and my boats and the yacht and the Bentley and I had nothing, would you love me?" "I would love you forever, but I would miss you." End of story.